Good afternoon. Chris Whelan here from Chris Whelan Coaching. I work with business owners in Wellington, Hutt, Kapiti, Porirua, across the Wellington region and of course across New Zealand to help them sort out the issues in their business, help their business grow, help get things done right, get things done better. I want to talk to you today about something which is really close to my heart. And for the next 5 or 6 minutes, I want to talk to you about why I believe that there is absolutely no excuse for poor service. And I'm bringing this to you at the end of the Labor Day weekend. You can see I haven't shaved, straight off the weekend. And I guess for me, the first thing is that the purpose of being in business, right, whether it's a cafe or restaurant or any other type of business, the purpose of being in business is to create value for customers, right, or for potential customers. And if you do that well, then you get what's called profit. And that's that's how we keep score in this game of business, right? So the purpose of being in business is not just to make profit. That's an outcome. The purpose of being in business is to create value for your customers, right? And you do it by giving good service, making sure that they see value, they see something that you're doing for them, and so they then pay you, right? That's a fairly obvious statement. Now, in restaurants or cafes, different people call them different things in different parts of the world. It's a field of the game of business that I've played in a lot. I spent more than 10 years running restaurants and hotels. And, in that game, there's a few things that you've got to get right. And I've written it down, so forgive me if I look down at my notes. A few things I've written it down. So number one, person walks in, you welcome them, right? You say, hey, good to see you. Come inside. How many of you are there? Whatever you say. You make sure you get the drinks to them quickly. You make sure that the food gets to them quickly. And then once they've got their food, obviously it's good food. You're obviously attentive, right? How are they doing? Are they enjoying their meal? That sort of thing. And then when they leave, you farewell them. Say, thanks for coming. See you again next time. Have a great day. Whatever you say. Those, for me, are the absolute basics, right? Now, you do that every single time a person walks into your house, wouldn't you? Right? I'm sure you would. Certainly, you do it every time a friend walks into your house if you wanted them to be your friend and stay your friend and come back the next time. In fact, you'd probably go one step further. If you were having breakfast or lunch or dinner, whatever they were having at your house, you'd probably do at least the following. You'd probably recharge their glasses. They've had a first drink, you'd give them a second one. You'd offer them seconds of food, perhaps. You might, well, I would hope, you'd clear the dirty plates, right? Get them off the table before the person left your house, before they walked out the front door. And you might well offer them some dessert. You might try and, give them whatever, every bit of ice cream or something for dessert, right? Now, I think that's just actually basic decent manners when someone comes to your house. I mean, I imagine you feel the same way, don't you? And if you answered yes to that, then you're probably on the right track. And I'm saying all of this, and I'm making no apologies for being direct. I say all of this because here's the thing. Why is it when I walk into so many restaurants and cafes, do I see none of that happening? Now, you could be in a different type of business, I get that, and you'll have your version of what I'm describing. But why is it that in so many restaurants and cafes, you just don't see that? I tried to figure it out today, and I jotted down some notes. Is it because Kiwi business owners, just don't care about their customers? Right? Is that an option? Or are they making so much money that they don't have to bother? Or is there a third thing? And maybe the third thing is that is the lack of tipping culture some kind of disincentive to decent service? Now, look, in my work as a business coach in Wellington, as a Kāpiti, the Hutt Valley, right around Wellington, around the region, around the country. I don't think it's because Kiwis don't care. Kiwis care deeply, right? We all do. And so that's off the table, I think. I also don't think, I haven't seen a single cafe in the last 24 months that has said to me, hey, listen, we're making way too much money. We don't have to worry about stuff. Any other business for that matter, right? Things have been tough. And so I think that's off the table as well, which then leaves me with option three. And option three is maybe the tipping culture needs to change. Do we need to scrap this thing of we don't tip? Maybe we need to pay people a basic wage and then let them compete for the rest. I don't know. Would that incentivize excellence rather than sort of just tolerating mediocre service? Yeah. So things like that need to change. Now, however we do it, we have to ensure in all of our businesses that service is absolute number one. Good service is the minimum we can expect. And it's not difficult to do. It really isn't. If I was running a service-based business right now, which I guess I am, I would do at least these 5 things. And if you put them into play in your business, I suspect you'll see your business rocket. Number one, make people welcome, right? Make them recognize that you actually want them in your business. That's number one. Fairly obvious, I think. Number two, accelerate your service. Not just walk around with your eyes shut, walk around and clean. If you take the restaurant example, clean as you go. Make sure that when you're walking out, you've got your hands, you're taking food out of the table, or whatever it is in your equivalent of the business. When you're coming back into the kitchen, pick up the dirty plates, take them off the table, clear it out. Why do I say that? Actually, for a whole bunch of reasons, not the least of which is to give good service. But of course, you keep the whole place clean. You accelerate your entire business. Not doing it is sloppy, and it really strikes me as frankly, the opposite of decent service. So that's number two. Number three, forgive me for this one, don't be entitled. Your customers owe you nothing. They do not need to be there. They could be in a different business. They could be in a different restaurant. They could be in a different plumber. They don't owe you anything. You're the one that's giving them something. Don't take them for granted. Absolutely do not take them for granted. Remember, your best business is repeat business, right? So that's number three. Number three is don't be entitled. Number two is accelerate service. Number one, welcome them. Number four, teach your staff to upsell or cross-sell, no matter what business you're in. There will be versions of this. And it's not just to make more profit, although you will, absolutely. It's to make sure that the thing that you're doing, the service that you're delivering or the product you're delivering, adds even more value to your customers. Because ultimately, go back to the beginning, that's the purpose of business, is to make high value stuff, which other people value, and they'll pay you for it, and then you make profit. Right? So that's number four, I think. Number five, I've got it down three things. Ask, ask, and ask. How are you doing? How can I serve you better? What do you need? And in fact, let me ask you now, as you're watching this video, how can I serve you better? Drop it in the comments. Tell me. Drop me an email at chris@chriswhelancoaching.com, or come onto my website, chriswhelancoaching.com, and tell me how I can help you better, because I want to know. Right? So ask those questions all the time. Can I get you an extra coffee? Do the McDonald's thing if you need to. Would you like fries with that? Upsell it, right? And I'll give you a bonus tip. Number six, walk around in your business, no matter what it is, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're an accountant, whether you're a plumber, whether you're running a restaurant, walk around with your eyes open. Don't walk on autopilot. Autopilot is fine when you're only going to go to one place. But in business, things change all the time. So walk around with your eyes open. And if you're serving table one or you're dealing with issue number one, look around. What's going on? Issue number two, issue table two, table three. What's their body language like? What's their demeanor like? Right? Great service is not difficult. It's about doing the basics well and doing that consistently. Now, look, as I said earlier, I make no apology for my directness in this video. I'm not normally this direct, I suppose. But when I see bad service, it just absolutely blows my mind that we're all in this game of business together. We're here to make our customers happy. We're here to add value. If there's something I can do for you, let me know, because I do want to know. And put these 5 or 6 things in play in your business, and let's see your business rocket. Because that way, your customers will keep coming back. You'll make more money. Your family will have more resources, and your community will thrive. So it's a win-win forever, basically. So anyway, that's the end of my Labor Day rant. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please do like, subscribe, all the good things that we know about in the links below. And if I can help you improve the service in your business, if there's something that you want to change in your business, let me know. Book some time in my diary. You can grab it on the link below. Book some time in my diary, and let's have a quick conversation about where you are, what you're trying to achieve, and let's make this work for you. Thanks. All the best. Cheers.